This is today. You can see Bibi Netanyahu with his slaves, his good old Judeo-Christian slaves. J.D. Vance and Trump. There they are. Three disgusting little rats all together, linking up. The good colony America is for the Jewish ethno-state of Israel. So here's some of the speech. Trump was falling asleep.
Our nation needs more men and women like that great person sitting, laying, wherever he may be. I think I know where he is, and I think he's up there. I think he's watching us. I'm pretty sure of it.
He's burning in hell. He's burning in hell in feces and excrement, inshallah, for the rest of eternity. Trump knows where he is, and I think he forgot his name right here.
Our nation needs more men and women.
By the way, so you remember who Lindsey Graham is. Lindsey Graham died in his 70s. He did not have kids, he did not have grandkids, and he was seen at Disney World sucking lollipops all the time. He did not have a family. All he did was monger war. He was pretty much like an older Catboy. It's the same thing. A gay pedophile who never had a family, who thought women were yucky, and somehow was embraced by the conservative right. This is the state of American right, Christian-only America politics. Gay pedophiles that are at Disney World that don't have children, but they have Catboy ears. Do a Lindsey Graham impression. He just has the Erica Kirk eyes. I can't. Well, South Carolina's one thing, but we need to keep on bombing people in Palestine. We need to keep on. I know I'm a senator for South Carolina, but I just want to keep on bombing the Muslims. I want to bomb the Muslims. And I'm laughing when Trump bombed that school in Iran, but now I'm not laughing because I'm burning in feces and excrement in hell. Rest in piss, inshallah. Lindsey Graham's dead. And there's those three. Trump got heckled at a speech yesterday.
It's causing tremendous problems for your jobs. But now all of that is changing because I placed historic tariffs on foreign producers and manufacturers, including a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, something that no other president had the courage to ever do.
Look at the Kufar cattle. Woo! Yeah!
He's a communist. He's a communist.
The Kufar cattle. So someone's yelling at Trump, calling him a pedophile protector, and his only response is he's a communist. So apparently it's leftists and communists to call Trump a pedophile protector. You see that? They say that with me. Sneako's a liberal. Sneako's a socialist. Sneako's a communist. If being a communist is being against the Epstein Island, then I'll be a commie. Then I'll wave the hammer and sickle. Are you kidding me? This is what's going to prevent people from talking about this. Shout out to that patriot. That real patriot saying what's true. And this is how easy it is to program the Kufar cattle. Their response to Trump getting called a pedophile protector is USA! 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 USA's what? Run by pedophile protectors and Jews in Israel?
Thank you. He's a communist.
What is communist about calling him a pedophile protector? How is that communist?
We're running against communists.
That's how stupid the Kufar are. Like, you're a communist if you call out the fact that he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And J.D. Vance even admitted himself on the Joe Rogan podcast they did a terrible job handling the Epstein files. He's asked here about his boss, Bibi, because Netanyahu has made it clear that Turkey's next.
Prime Minister Netanyahu opposes sending F-35s to Turkey. Are you going to tell him?
Look, Turkey's been a great ally for me. You know, I think he's done a very good job. Did a good job with Syria. He's a friend of mine, and nobody tells me.
Well, he said no new wars, and then we're in this endless war with Iran. So this is the same pretext. I like turkey. I have it for Thanksgiving. I like turkey. It's good. Good with gravy. There's probably going to be a war.
What we should be selling and not. Turkey has been a tremendous ally for me. It was up to Turkey. Turkey's not a big fan of Israel. You know that, right? And not a big fan of Bibi. But he is. They've been great for me. Turkey has been great. Very powerful country, by the way. Tremendous military. Very big military. Very powerful military. has a lot of great equipment.
Prime Minister Netanyahu.
Great military, good turkey. And here he's falling as fast asleep. That's how bored he is of Lindsey Graham. They don't care about each other. They all hate each other. They just want shekels. They're there. And they said Sleepy Joe for like, what, 10 years? They still use Sleepy Joe rhetoric. J.D. Vance will even try to do it. To crack a joke in front of the troops. He's like, at least I'm not Sleepy Joe. Look at the president sitting right next to him at a funeral falling asleep.
Now, he saw what was
He's
happening
out.
to you and your family as a grave injustice.
Looks like me in
and the
class.
world got to see.
He's out.
Now, he saw what was happening to you and your family as a grave injustice.
And he knows there's cameras on him. Like, that's the lack of consideration and how arrogant this administration has become. But Iran, they're posting these bangers. I want to see this one. I didn't see. They're making fun of Epstein. Apparently, Iran's communist now because they talk about Epstein.
Pedo done. Your empire is done. Pedo done. You started the war. You thought you would win. Now look at the mess that your country is in. Look at it. Your generals crying, your plan was a bust. The promises made are now turning to dust. Marco Rubio was sweating these
Look at the ears.
They asked for the billions you wasted on war. You lied from day one, you keep capping a lot. But look at the straight, yeah, we got it on lock. Locked down. Begging
We
for
got the
mercy,
straight
you're
on
begging
lock.
for peace while telling your media Iran wants to cease. You sure? You're losing the straight, you're losing the state, and now the whole public is drowning in hate. You told stop talking about Epstein. Now listen to the crowd.
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
Louder!
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
Don't stop talking about
Epstein, Epstein, Epstein.
louder!
Epstein, Epstein.
This is how we should be. But do you know who the number one roadblock is preventing us from talking about Epstein? It's Pablo Fuentberg.
Avocados from
Pablo Fuentstein, yeah, he's not even a pedophile. Buy my shirt. Buy my Deport Sneako t-shirt and my Epstein quarter zip because it's super based in Christ pill. These retards and these feds are subverting any sort of conversation, any sort of protest. He doesn't want you to protest for Epstein. He wants you to put on Catboy ears and give him money in the TTS and wear a stupid Deport Sneako shirt. If I was as Jewish as Nick Fuentes, I could sue for that, for him using my likeness for a shirt. But, yeah, I'm not like him.
You lied about Iran, said Navy is gone. You promised regime change from darkness to dawn. You're dreaming, your beautiful B2s were flying so high, still shaking inside. You're about to cry. You stood on the stage, looking completely detached, saying, I don't care about voters, it's cash. Did he really say that? Yeah, he did. You care about ballrooms, luxury suites while American...
That was dope to see, though. We got to keep talking about Epstein. Never stop talking about it. So he had more speeches, and we're going to look at Netanyahu and Zelensky that were also at Lindsey Graham's funeral. All
He
today.
had
It just happened.
Unwavering faith in the righteousness of American power and prayer. And he was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
Okay, take it from him. Lindsey Graham never saw a war he didn't like. He was extremely war hawkish. He didn't say they're grabbing AR-15. He was a war. That's his memory. His legacy from Trump, the guy he glazed for years, is saying he will be remembered as a war hawk who loved bombs. How is that something that you're using to remember someone? How is that a speech at someone's eulogy? That they love how much of a war hawk you were.
Only his true friends would understand that, but he wanted it for the good of our country. He felt in his bones that our destiny is to win, and that his job was to do everything he could to ensure our enemies would lose. It was this conviction that led him to serve 33 years in uniform in the...
Of course it was 33 years. So was his death a ritual? Was his death some sort of Freemason Kabbalah sacrifice? 33 years! Is it a coincidence?
Air Force and Air Force Reserves and Air National Guard, even while he was in office. And it was this conviction that took him as a senator to almost every country on earth, confronting America's adversaries and standing up for America's friend.
America's adversaries, Gaza? Like, anyway, so here they are. Here they're chumming it up. There's Hegseth, the part of the Department of War, the leader of the Department of War, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, and Lindsey Graham. They're all laughing, chumming it up. If you don't like this, you hate America. If you don't think this is cool and based in Christ-pilled, then you're anti-American and you should be deported. Also, there's Howard Lutnick speaking of Epstein, next door neighbors to Jeffrey Epstein, good friend of Jeffrey Epstein, literal next door neighbors up there in Manhattan. Chumming it up with Hegseth, the Kafir. He has a Kafir tattoo, literally. The Christian Crusader. You see how the Crusaders just get along great with Israelis? And as well, there's Zelensky and Netanyahu holding talks. Zelensky, another Jew, president of Ukraine. It looks like a Sopranos. You know those Sopranos episodes where they have meetings at a funeral? It's the same thing. Those are your leaders. So here's Sean Hannity. Recently just did an interview with Clavicular. He's saying he turned Graham's funeral into a tribute for Netanyahu.
I see Prime Minister Netanyahu is here. Mr. Prime Minister, you too have been a dear friend of mine for 30 years. It's an honor to have you. And Lindsay would have been blown away that you took this long journey with your beautiful bride to be here today.
Oh my.
Okay. He loved you. He loved the state of Israel. He loved the people of Israel.
Dude, they turn a funeral into Judeo-Christian slop. He loved it. Even in their death, they still push Hasbara like at a funeral, bro. It blown away.
Under your leadership, Israel has been one of America's most consistent and loyal allies. He was never shy to say it to the day he passed. And just as President Trump has been Israel's strongest friend in the history of the White House.
Doing tricks on it, slurping double-handed Gluck Gluck 9000 at a funeral. There's no decorum. There's just no honor.
You know, the two partners aligned together. Lindsay was that friend to Israel in the United States Senate. As long as I've known this man.
What a joke, bro.
Lindsay, he was often unfairly characterized as a warmonger.
Trump just went on right before and said he was not a war hawk. There is not one war he didn't like. And Sean Hannity says he was unfairly characterized as a warmonger. So what are we supposed to believe? Which speech at the funeral? The one where there were no wars Lindsey Graham didn't jerk off over? Or he was unfairly characterized as a warmonger?
I've heard that false criticism a lot.
Trump just said that.
Not true. The truth was the opposite. Lindsay desperately wanted and talked to the president about a lasting peace in the Middle East.
Oh my God.
He wanted every region, every country in the region on that path to peace. That was Lindsay's dream.
Did he ever talk about South Carolina? Did he ever talk about American soil?
People would only listen to what he had been saying.
I think this might be worse than that Charlie Kirk memorial that Erica Kirk was twerking at. So, yeah, here's the real president giving his orders. Okay, regulated. Oh, look, and there's Steiny. You can't see him. He's a little bit short, but that's Aaron Steinberg right here. He's right there giving some Burger King to BB. Regulated. I think Kyle from Nelk is hiding over here, and Klav is right behind Howard Lutnick. But here's BB giving orders. To his good little servants, Marco Rubio and Hegseth. All demons. Look at the kuffar. Just look at the kuffar. Anyway. And at least they're getting presto. Randy Fine, what did Dan Bilzerian call him, a fat Jew? Well, I mean, he is, literally. What did he get called?
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, Randy Fine? You know, you do not represent Florida. You represent Israel. And all you really know how to do is do that. You're a one-trick pony, you know? Like, you would think that you would adapt. You know?
Yeah, but Pablo Fuentberg and his goipers,
Avocados from Mexico.
they're supporting Randy Fine and spending all of their energy destroying Dan Bilzerian's campaign unsuccessfully. But this, they don't seem to have any problem with at all.
You know, because you're such a fat fuck, you know? You think...
Is that PNN doing that? Was that PNN? There's Randy Fine at the funeral. Nice outfit. And then here he is showing up at the White House not long after Zelensky. Zelensky just did a podcast with Jigsaw, Laura Loomer. All the kuffar linking up. Soon you'll see Pablo Fuenstein at these meetings. So let's see him showing up. Where is he? Through the black bars. Where is he? Oh, just this SUV? Okay. And there they are. Currently meeting, Netanyahu tweets, currently meeting at the White House with my friend, the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Israeli flag, American flag. The kuffar. Look at the kuffar. That's really the best word to call them, the two of them. Over there, giant room of gold. And here, this is the plane. This is actually the specific plane that the Israelis used in 2001 in a separate event to September 11th that I'm not talking, not that one. Clav live talking about you. What's he saying? He could, whatever. And here's Jigsaw. Jigsaw just did a speech. There she is with the Star of David around her neck. But the thing is, it's so funny because everyone talks about how ugly Laura Loomer is. Jigsaw, they call her Larry Loomer. That she face-tuned this so much. She put this through so many different filters and edits. This looks like a cutscene from a PlayStation 2 game. Jigsaw is so insecure about her ugly face. She has Botox everywhere. She has a constant face of covered in makeup. She's such an insane person. She's not even allowed to purchase a firearm. Right? She's banned from Uber because she chimped out about having Muslim drivers. She eats dog food on her stream. So she's insecure because everyone thinks she's ugly. Even when they take a picture of the back of her head, you could see her Botox cheeks popping out. It's like, you know, when a thick girl, you could see the BBL from the front. Her BBL is her cheekbones. You could see it from the back of her head. That's why she needs to face-tune it so much, because it really affects her when people call her an ugly gremlin.
Hey everybody, Laura Loomer here. I am currently in Ukraine.
You could see the face glitch. You see, like, do you look here? Do you see this? Why is her skin going off into her hair over here? Why is there a blur? Oh, because she put this through 3 different Facetune apps.
At the world famous Skyfall drone manufacturing facility. I am holding the P-1 Sun drone interceptor.
Here I am, this demonic kafir, holding bombs that go kill innocent kids.
And you may have seen this drone interceptor recently because
your Facetune's glitching, Jigsaw. You should get BB to go pay for better technology, because this isn't working. You look like a video game lag.
It's the same exact drone interceptor that was held by Senator Lindsey Graham just 2 days before he tragically passed away. Now, a lot of people are not aware of this, but Senator Lindsey Graham was actually celebrating his 71st birthday the day that he visited this drone facility in Ukraine. And so to honor the senator spending his birthday with them, Skyfall actually used one of their drones to hold a sign that said, "Happy birthday, Senator Lindsey Graham." Now, they were going to gift the senator with one of these drone interceptors. They actually did gift him one of these drone interceptors, but nobody knew that he would be dead just 2 days later. And so they've given me this footage exclusively to share with.
So actually, Lindsey Graham didn't know that this was a drone interceptor. He thought this was a dildo. He didn't use this. This wasn't to stop any Shahi drones from Iran. It was so that he could be getting his pleasure in Disney World.
The American people on the day of Senator Lindsey Graham's funeral.
I'll remember that.
Look, she even had the Facetune on him. It's so shameless. It glitched in and out. This is what this rat demon warmonger actually looks like. But Jigsaw's cheap technology, look at that. This is what it looks like after her filter. Are you kidding?
That's so cool.
In, out, just like that. You don't look, and this is what Jigsaw would look like without all of her Facetunes. Imagine being not insecure with what you look like, that everything has to go through a curated Facetune. You have mountains of plastic surgery, makeup, filters, and you still look like a demon Jigsaw. That's you. Eat your dog food. Good Jigsaw. Good little Capra Jigsaw. Eat your dog food.
I'll remember that.
They also wanted everybody to know that they're not going to be sending the drone interceptor and the drone to Lindsey Graham's house anymore. Instead, in honor of Lindsey's commitment to stand with the Ukrainian people and to stand against authoritarianism, we're going to deploy the drone to the front lines so that it can be used to kill Russians. So rest in peace, Senator Lindsey Graham.
It's so shameless too, because Jigsaw will be like, oh look,
People are getting paid by Qatar and Saudi. There's so much Russian influence, and I'm MAGA America first. We need to get rid of the foreign influence. But here I am meeting with Ukrainians to go bomb Russians because make America great again. Here's my face tune. I'm not actually really ugly and eat dog food. I'm cute. Okay? That Ashkenazi DNA is high IQ, and I'm like breathing all over a white guy trying to get clapped. We need to put America first by bombing Russia, supporting Ukraine.
A defender for freedom and liberty all around the world.
freedom and liberty through bombs. Yes, there's Lindsey Graham holding his drone interceptor, whatever. He's so happy because I'm not even joking. Do you know what he did with this right after this photo op? Yes, that's exactly what he did with it. That's actually why he passed away. That's why he passed away. He overestimated it. He thought that he could take it, but unfortunately, he just bit off more than he could chew. Yeah, he was supposed to intercept the drone, and Lindsey Graham intercepted it between his legs. Rest in piss, inshallah. And this is from Iran. They wrote this on a drone. I mean, prayers for the UAE, but it's like, Habibi, when the US leaves, it will be just you and me. Iran's message on a missile to the UAE. That's dark, bro. Habibi, when the US leaves, it will be just you and me. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.